In a quaint little village, nestled among rolling green hills, lived a doctor named Alistair. Now, Alistair wasn't just any doctor. He was known for Andy White, but not for his healing touch or his kind heart. No more, Alistair was famous for his insatiable greed. He had a magnificent clinic, filled with gleaming instruments and the expensive medicines, but his doors were only open to the wealthy. If you couldn't show him a heavy purse of gold coins, he'd turn you away without a second thought, no matter how sick you were. One day, a poor farmer named Thomas arrived at the clinic. His son, Leo, was terribly ill with a high fever that wouldn't break. Thomas had only a few silver coins to his name, barely enough to feed his family for a week. He stood before Dr. Alistair, his hat in his hands, his eyes filled with desperation. "Please, doctor," he pleaded, "my son is burning up. I don't have much, but I'll work for you for free. I'll do anything. Just please help him." "Doctor," Alistair scoffed, a sneer twisting his lips. He looked at the paltry silver coins in Thomas's hand and then back at the farmer's worn-out clothes. "Anything," he sighed mockingly. "Your anything won't pay for the expensive medicine your son needs. Come back when you have gold, not just promises." And with that, he gestured for his assistant to show Thomas the door. Heartbroken, Thomas left, the weight of the world on his shoulders. He returned to his small cottage, where his wife, Elara, was trying to cool Leo's forehead with a damp cloth. Seeing the despair on her husband's face, she knew the doctor had refused. "What are we going to do, Thomas?" she whispered, her voice trembling. Thomas didn't know. He felt a rage building inside him, a helpless anger at the injustice of it all. His son was suffering, and the one person who could help cared more for God than for a child's life. As night fell, a terrible storm rolled into the village. Thunder cracked and the lightning lit up the sky like a fireworks display. Dr. Alistair sat in his lavish home, counting his gold coins by the light of a roaring fire, a smug smile on his face. He was the richest man in the village, and that was all that mattered to him. Suddenly, a frantic banging echoed from his front door. Annoyed at the interruption, he opened it to find his assistant, drenched and panicked. "Doctor, it's your son, Julian." He was playing near the old oak tree when the storm hit. A branch fell and struck him on the head. "He's unconscious." Doctor Alistair's blood ran cold. He rushed to his son's room. Julian was pale, his breathing shallow, a nasty gash on his forehead. The doctor's hands, usually so steady when dealing with rich patients, began to tremble. He examined his son, his medical knowledge warring with the sheer terror that gripped his heart. He quickly realized Julian had a severe head injury, one that required a rare and powerful herb to counteract the swelling in his brain. Alistair's heart sank. He had used the last of this herb this last week on a wealthy merchant's wife. He knew there was only one other place to find it in the entire region. It grew deep within the Whispering Woods, a treacherous place, especially during a storm. But there was another problem. The herb was notoriously difficult to identify. Only one person in the village possessed the knowledge to find it, Old Man Hemlock, the village herbalist. The problem was, Dr. Alistair had humiliated Hemlock years ago, calling his herbal remedies peasant magic and driving him out of business. Swallowing his pride was a bitter pill, but for his son, he had no more choice. He threw on a cloak and battled his way through the wind and ran to Hemlock's tiny cottage on the edge of the woods. Hemlock opened the door, his wise old eyes showing no more surprise. Well, he sighed, his voice calm. "Look what the storm dragged in." "The great Dr. Alistair, what brings you to the home of a purveyor of peasant magic?" Alistair, desperate, fell to his knees. "Please, Hemlock," he begged, "it's my son. He's gravely injured. I need the moon petal herb from the woods. I know you're the only one who can find it. I'll pay you anything." "Oh my God." Hemlock looked down at the weeping doctor for a long moment. He saw not a wealthy, arrogant man, but a terrified father. "Your gold is worthless to me, Doctor," Hemlock sighed softly. "But a child's life is not. It will help you, not for your money, but for your son." Together, they ventured into the dark, raging forest. The wind howled like a wolf, and the rain lashed down, but Hemlock navigated the winding paths with an expert's ease. After what felt like an eternity, he pointed to a cluster of small, glowing flowers hidden beneath a mossy rock. "Moon petal," he sighed. They raced back to the doctor's clinic. Hemlock prepared the herb, creating a potent poultice. Alistair, watching the old man work with such skill and care, felt a profound sense of shame. He had dismissed this man's knowledge, yet here Hemlock was, saving his son's life without asking for a single coin. He applied the poultice to Julian's head, and they waited. As the sun began to rise, the storm passed. Julian's fever broke, and he slowly opened his eyes. "Father," he whispered. Alistair burst into tears of relief, hugging his son tightly. He turned to Hemlock, his eyes filled with a gratitude he had never shown anyone. "I can never repay you," he sighed, his voice thick with emotion. Hemlock simply smiled. "You can," he replied. "Open your clinic to everyone, rich and the poor. Use your skills to heal, not to hoard wealth. True richness isn't in a chest of gold, it's in the lives you touch." From that day on, Dr. Alistair was a changed man. He sold his lavish furniture and used the money to stock his clinic with affordable medicines. A sign was placed outside his door: "All are welcome. Payment is optional. Health is essential." He worked alongside Hemlock, blending modern medicine with traditional herbal remedies. Dr. Alistair never became the richest man in the village again, not in terms of gold, but as he looked around at the grateful faces of the villagers he had helped, he knew he was the wealthiest man alive. He had learned that the hunger for money can blind you, but the gift of kindness can open your eyes to what truly matters. Thanks for watching our story today. We hope it gave you something to think about.